coming off the back of last season, I'd imagine that Salford Red Devils is a pretty exciting place to be at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think last season was a great year for the club. We got really close to getting to the grand final, and the season was really good as well. Especially through the middle to the back end of the year, it was an incredible run that we went on. But unfortunately, we came up short. So this year we're going to be looking to go one step further and try and get this club to be successful this year. And we've got a great squad building into that.
And on a personal level, we saw you playing some of the best rugby we've seen you play. You must have been really pleased with how that went, and off the back of that, really pleased that you've got something to build on for this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, my goal was just to get back playing, getting back enjoying the game, loving the game again, and I think the club helped me in terms of bringing that enjoyment back into the game roles, and the coaching staff and all the players as well were a big indicator in terms of that, and just love being out there with the boys, and we know what we're capable of, and for us it's about improving on what we did last year, enjoying each other's company, but working hard at the same time as well, and what we do in terms of our preparation, in terms of our training, the standards that we set is key into building into a big year this year.
You played a lot of your rugby last year in a slightly new position, in the second row. Is that something you enjoyed adapting to?
Yeah. I think I was building up to it during the time where I was in rehab, knowing that when I came back, that was potentially the position that we'll be going into. We've got a couple of guys there that have worked really hard, and got into the position playing in centres, the likes of Dion Cross. He's had a fantastic year last season, and long may that continue for him. Got into the England night squad, which was positive for him and the club. So it gave me an opportunity to play in the back row, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a tough job out there, but I enjoyed the hard work. I enjoy working hard for my teammates, doing what's possible to help the team win. So for me, long may that continue in the back row, really.
Salford became one of the real kind of blockbuster teams last season in terms of the brand of rugby league that you played. Was that a kind of conscious thing, or is that just happened as a product of the players you have and the coach?
But there's a mix. I think there's a mixture of that. I think the philosophy of Paul Rowley and the coaching staff that he wanted to implement into our team. But we've got to have the players that are capable of doing that, and it takes time, it takes practice. Probably explained a lot of we had got into a good start of the year, but then we had a little bit of a dip through that time, through March and Easter. But we had a turning point, I think, around that time when we played, the top teams played Saints and Wigan. We came up with really good performances. We were just that short on the result, and we just needed to change them performances into wins. And we did that, and we did that consistently to the end of the year. So for us, it's about making sure that we're having a good pre-season. We know it's going to be tough, building into a big year. But our brand of rugby is our identity, really, and for us, we've got to do the simple things right to get them opportunities to express ourselves really with the ball.
Is this the most balanced Salford team you've been part of, in terms of there's a real good mix of young players coming through and experience, but you also seem to now have different options in positions that perhaps hasn't been there before?
Yeah, I think so. We've brought in a couple of players as well that will help in terms of the competition, but in terms of playing in different positions as well. There's quite a few players that can play in different positions, which obviously helps roles, helps the team, especially if injuries happen, because they do happen in the year. It's all part of the journey. So being able to have players that can able to fit into them positions and know their role and know their job, which only helps the team perform on the day.
And obviously a club close to your heart for many reasons, but what's it been like for you personally coming to Salford and being part of it?
Yeah, it's been great. I really enjoyed my time at Salford. I think for me it was obviously a difficult time around COVID and lockdown, but they gave me an opportunity, so I'm really grateful for that opportunity. But obviously being kind of my hometown club, team that I supported as a kid, used to ball boy there as well, been through the journey that they've been on through the years, and it's just I didn't think I'd get the opportunity to play at Salford during my career, but when it did come to fruition, I took it with both hands, and I really enjoyed my time there, and long may that continue, and hopefully a really big year this year.
What would a successful 2023 represent for the Red Devils?
For us, is competing with the best, competing at the top, and we've got the players, we've got the squad that can provide that, and for us it's about winning. For me it's all about winning, and for us we've got to compete with the best teams, but there's a lot of hard work in going into that. There's a lot of adversities, things that you can go through a season. It's a journey, so we're going to be having patches up and down, but hopefully we can be consistent in what we're doing, especially at the start of the year. I think a big thing for us is getting onto a good start. We did that last year, but we couldn't continue it with consistency. So for us, it's about building nicely. We're working hard. We've got a really good squad. Bit of, like you say, a mix of young and experienced players. Got some good leaders in our team as well. So we'll set the standards high for us this year.
Well, best of luck, mate.
Thank you.
Lovely.